Yo, yo, mother fathers. This is Becton 99 back again from the void. Tonight I want to talk about the Woman in the Yard movie. Um, I guess I'd really only seen the poster and maybe a few shots of the lead actress or whatever, but I kind of thought the movie was going to be set like in the 1920s or the 1930s, just based on the glimpses that I got from the farm visuals and how old the woman in the yard was dressed or whatever. Um, I guess I've calmed down because I saw it like last night. Um, but the movie was very frustrating to me since they only had about like if you look on the IMDb, um, there's only like 7 actors credited in this movie or whatever. So since there weren't too many characters, the son character had to be a protagonist and an antagonist at the same time. Everything that he did annoyed me. It didn't ring true. He'd got slapped so many times. Um, he was just doing too much. Getting the gun, going outside. This is spoilers. You already fucking know. It's gonna be in the title. But no, his character, bro, I couldn't do it, bro. Um, I'm an old man, and I don't even talk to my parents like that. Um, so I don't know. I just couldn't I couldn't get behind his part in it, and then at a certain point, I didn't care anymore. Um, the sound design was pretty good, or very good, I guess I would say. I loved the opening, how the husband was kind of just like a disembodied voice, like you couldn't see, you didn't know what actor he was, and I was listening to his voice, and I was like, damn, this dude got a smooth ass voice. I'm like, who is this dude? And then it was the dude. I think his first name is Russell something. He was in the TV show Grimm, I guess, as the main character's friend. He was also in another show a long, long time ago called The Playmakers. It was like a football show that ESPN had, and the NFL was hella butthurt about it. When I was younger, Bryant Young, he used to play for the 49ers. He went to my church, and I saw him a couple times, like a handful of times. And so I asked him about the Playmakers thing, and he kind of I was a kid, so I think he kind of played it up, but he was like, "Nah, that ain't the real NFL, baby," or something like that. I don't know what he said, and I don't know if he called me a baby, but he kind of he kind of what I sense he was like he wasn't really mad. He didn't really care, but he was just playing it up. I guess I don't know. I don't really think he had an opinion on the show one way or another, but the NFL um, pretty much threatened Disney, and then Disney never made a second season, but the first season was good. But that's a side note to the side note. But Russell, I think his name. Oh, he was just in. They tried to do a Bone Collector TV show. He was in there. I think his name is Russell Hornsbury or something. But he's a tremendous actor. He's fuck crazy longevity for real. For being a character actor or being an actor that people don't want to give leading roles to for whatever reason. But hearing his voice in the opening and going, who is this? Is this Aaron Pierre? Who got this handsome ass voice? And then it was him. So that was about the only surprise that I liked. But I did like the sound design. Um, I didn't even get to the reveal. I can't lie. I thought about lying, but I couldn't even do it, bro. I just when the sun went outside, that was when the lead character's son went outside with the goddamn musket to confront the lawn chair lady. That it was too much for me, bro. I had to turn it off. The other part of that, sort of the contrived nature of the lady um, being so distraught. I mean, I guess this is real life. Your husband could die, and you could lose, half the income, and you can't pay your bills, whatever. So, you could say that's real life, but how contrived is it that the power is off? They live in the middle of nowhere, so they can't call the police or call anybody. So pretty much it's like a cabin in the woods premise, a couple people in the house. And it's good for the company, right? Because they don't spend a lot of money making the movie if you only have 7 actors. And, you know, if Russell and the lady from, I think she played in Emmett Till's movie, if those are your biggest stars, then, you're not spending that much money on the cast, the setting, whatever. So I don't know how much the movie costs to make, but, you know, it's not, $200 million or anything like that, or even 60. So they wanted a premise and a script that could be horror adjacent, and they wanted it for no money, and they succeeded, on all those fronts. But at what cost? And I guess the cost would be at the cost of an actually entertaining movie, which this was not. Shit, before I turned it off, I was hoping that the goddamn lady would go in the house and just get him. Make the movie stop, kill him. Yeah, the back door's open. Go around the back, get him. But yeah, the son, he took me out of it. I don't know who else you could have got to ratchet up the tension with the cast being so small, but that's all the son character was there to do, was to escalate shit and make it um more dramatic. And then the little daughter, she was, so young that she can't really do anything but be like, in distress, I guess you can say. But that son, oh my god. And, kudos to the actor. I'm pretty sure he's gonna, go ahead and do big things or whatever in his life or whatever. And he's already doing big things just by being in a movie, if you ask me. But yeah, I couldn't get into his character. Um and no one's gonna talk like that to their parent, um in a high tension situation like whatever this movie is. Like, teenage angst has a place, sometimes, but when there's like some real shit going on and I need everybody on the same page, um insubordination is not gonna fly. You're gonna get fucked up real quick. Um and that's just it, you know? But yeah, I think I've gone on far enough about a movie that I didn't finish, but I wanted to get these thoughts out there to you, and I will talk to you later, alligator. Becton out.